Welcome to week 2 of League Revelations. We are going to crack open the 2 new packs for this week. Hopefully make some good additions to the deck and get into some games. So let's get right into it. Okay, what do we got here? This is the stealth guy. Okay. What are we? We're the Rakano deck. So, okay. So, this deck is getting crazy. So there's another really good red rare. Now, for cards like this, 3 costs 2/2 double damage and stealth, and it has Intrigue 2. And what that means is if you have 5 or more power, you'll pay an additional 2, Intrigue 2, and he gets whatever buff that is, which in this case, +2/+2. So it'd be a 4/4 double damage stealth. At the start of your turn, reveal it to play Mind Fire, which is fine, but mostly just 5 cost, 4/4 double damage, so. Okay, a nice combat trick there, a nice 4 cost unit. We'll add in, these ruins are essentially like free cards because they just take up a space that one of the sigils would be, so totally happy for that. When you play a relic, play a sentinel. So I don't know if that's quite good enough for 7. It's a little expensive and we don't really have too many relics, so. And then reflectors, which is a pretty funky rare, nothing crazy, so it's not drawing us. We didn't open anything that's drawing us into another faction. But we do have a few good cards to add here. Mostly from this pack, funny enough, so. Okay, so we'll take out 1 Justice Sigil. And we'll put in that ruin we picked up, so we got 2 of those. Let's see, what else did we pick up? We picked up that 4 cost guy that gives endurance. Do we have any 4 costs oh yeah, so we'll take out Hellfire only to put in a Staunch Protector. The Hellfire only was the thing that essentially copies a weapon. And Challenger's Axe is the only weapon we even have. So I'd rather just have the 3/4 body, and then his effect is some nice upside. Let's see, our 3s are pretty good. So we got the 3 cost rare here we want to put in. Having no ways to give this guy any other buffs is kind of meh. So I almost like taking out Instigator, putting in Sanity, Scorcher, and then we'll see if we can, maybe we'll cut a 2-drop just for a 2nd Mercenary Vanguard. And we also want to fit in the combat trick. So for that, so remember we kind of added in this relic. It's a minor effect, and we don't have any other relic synergies, so we're just going to go ahead and kind of cut that mediocre card, and we'll put in Iona's Fury. And this is a really good combat trick. So essentially, it's a fast spell, so when our unit gets blocked by our opponent's stronger unit, we use this on our unit, give it +2 power, which stays because it's a weapon, and it gets quick draw, which will hopefully kill the other unit, save our guy, and we get that buff for later. So that's fantastic card right there. So yeah, why don't we cut a Spark Catcher for a 2nd Mercenary Vanguard. So okay, I like that. So we went from rank 54 all the way back down to 364. Oh man, so we got some work to do, so let's hop into these games. Okay, what do we got? So perfect, as we went over a lot in the last video, we have 2 to 3 sigils, both of our factions. and playable units. So we'll see what we got here. 0. So I'm gonna go into it again. Just remember, guys, you want each card in your deck to do something. A 0/3, even though it costs 0, it's not gonna affect this board in any way. Even if I couldn't do anything, it's not gonna help him kill me, and the most it's gonna do is block a unit and die. So, or maybe save him some life here and there, but that's just not where you want to be. So I'm already feeling great. These are like, oh yeah, my opponent just wasted a card. So I like this. We'll play our 2-drop unit. Obviously he doesn't have anything that we want to kill with our detonation cannon, just because that's just a 1/1. Okay, paid 2 to draw a Justice Sigil from his deck. We're totally fine with that. What do you got? So right now we're going to be able to attack and, you know, get our Warcry trigger, and maybe it'll block with the 0/3. Yep, might just take it. So we're totally fine with that. We'll play Mod Ready Drone, and we go and give this little guy flying. So I'm feeling great right now. You see, we're curving out nicely. We went 2-drop, 3-drop, and you see if you have mostly 2 and 3s in your deck, how that's different than him going 0/1. Just because our side of the field is a lot stronger than his. Okay, so this is one of his rares. It's pretty good. He wasted his 4-cost relic weapon on our 3-drop, so I'm totally fine with that. I'm gonna attack again. Get another Warcry trigger. I was kind of hoping my next draw would be a unit, which it wasn't. Once again, we don't want to kill the 1/1, and this is just a fast spell combat trick, so it has no use in us playing it. Overwhelm. When one of your other Grenadine dies, it gets +4. Wow. Okay, it's an ultimate though, so it'll only happen once. Okay, I'm fine with that. This is a fast spell, but we're going to save that for something bigger, because we can attack with this. He'll most likely block with the 3/4. Maybe not if he expects... Oh, okay. So that's fine. It's now 7/4. Now that's more of something we might want to overthrow, but we'll just play our 5/6 and pass the turn. I could have killed it there, but I can afford 7 damage to my health, and so I'd rather just build up my board first instead of, you know, taking the turn off essentially to kill that guy. Okay.
Chase him down.
That's a good draw. Let's see. So at this point, I'm fine. Overthrow. I wonder if I could just attack with both and then Iona's Fury, because this guy is going to give both of my units endurance. So even if he takes it, we still have them to block with. So this is going to work out really well for us. Okay, that was a good draw. So kill an attacking unit. We still have endurance this turn, which is good. Perfect. So now we'll use Iona's Fury. Give our guy +2 weapon and quick draw. Quick draw meaning my guy does his damage first before he deals his to me. So, once again, we're going to not play this because we want it to be a 4-4, which means we need 5 power to do the intrigue. So we'll see what our opponent has here. If they have removal for this guy, we could be in trouble. But once again, having these 1/1s in your deck's just not going to do very much. Okay, so that exhausted my unit. I'm fine with that.
Forged in flames.
Okay, so we'll play him stealth. Oh man, this is gonna hurt. So he will take 4 damage from killing his unit, but we need to get it out of the way. Then I'll attack with that. Give me a Warcry trigger, which we really want, and he only has 2 1/1s to attack with, which I'm perfectly fine blocking. Pay 2 and sack to swap it. Okay, wow. Okay, so he's probably getting a powerful card from his market here, so we basically really need to draw a unit here so we can still keep attacking but maintain some blockers on the board for these guys. Okay, exhaust both of his units. And now, once again, these are just 1/1s, so well, there you go. GG's. I was muted the whole time. So, basically, we saw that he was going first there, right? The person who goes first doesn't draw. The person who goes second does. So, because of that, even if we don't draw a sigil, which in this case we didn't, we still have 2 sigils, one of both of our factions, and we have a couple 2-drop things that we can actually play. So, okay, so we're kind of getting a little worried now, but this is the whole point, right? We had 2 misses on sigils, and we were still able to grow our field here. Now is where we start getting a little worried. So we're going to attack. And since I just want to use my power for the turn to keep growing our board, we'll play the relic weapon and attack him directly. So you can attack, some people don't know this, you can use the relic weapon to attack their face if they don't have any units.
A world of options.
Fine with this. So no block here. Let's see, so he attacks with both, he'll lose 1 to my guy. I guess we just get the use while we can. So not the greatest use of our relic weapon there, but it dealt with a 2/1 and dealt 2 damage to him, so it was fine. You can't ask for too much from a 2-cost spell. Really? Okay, that's a strange turn from our opponent, I would say. Okay, so we'll attack again. We'll play Mercenary Vanguard. We want to save this guy till we can get his Sentinel ally effect right away. So all we need is to have a Sentinel on the field while he's on the field, and then he'll get that permanently. So. What is this guy doing? Okay. Just gonna keep building our board here.
Nothing gets past me.
Gain some life back. We're totally fine here. We got a bunch of gas left. I'm actually totally fine just drawing into 2 sigils so we can play our Guardian Angel. It sounds so weird saying that. Wow, so once again, we want to use as much of our power as we can during the turn. So for example, I don't want to play Red Plate Crasher and then just leave 1 power on the field. And why that is over the course of the game, if you're doing that, just think you're affecting the game as much as possible each turn. And the more you're doing, the more likely you're going to win the game. So that's kind of a very basic explanation of that.
If it's a fight you
So
want.
we'll play him. We'll attack with everything. We'll forego our 2 cost, or 2 attacking with 2 units effects here, because we just want to get in as much damage as possible here. So I'm fine using our combat trick for that. That'll kill both of his units and save our guy. And now he's at 7 life with nothing on the field, so...
Battle formation.
Okay, that goes a good way to... Oh. So all of our Warcry triggers have been going onto that weapon. That's, that right there is pretty brutal. Okay, well... I guess we'll just go ahead, play it on him, give my Sentinel +3/+3, attack with just 2 to get both of these guys endurance, deal 2 to his face, and game. Okay, what are we gonna get? 1 sigil? Nope. Okay, this is we'll keep it. Luckily, we are on the draw here. Our opponent's going first, so we'll hopefully get some more sigils, because as you see, we got 2 6 drops. Okay. We have no one cost thing, so we're fine to play that, even though it's depleted. Okay. Okay, now I'm good with drawing something other than a sigil.
Bastion must be destroyed.
That's a pretty good one.
On my mark.
Play ours. This is why I cut it, though. That effect is, you know, stronger in most scenarios, but a 2/3 body, it's just better all the time. So, he can't really attack here. So you can play that for no value, because we probably aren't gonna just want to attack with that. Let's see. Do you want to trade with a stealth unit? Most likely that's a 3 power unit, so that's really the question. I guess we're fine, because if it turns out that it's like a rare stealth unit that gets some special effect, we don't want that. Okay. So he traded my 3-drop for his 3-drop, so we're pretty even there. Okay, that's scary. So he gave the top unit of his deck +2/+2. That's... Okay. Let's think about this. If I play Mod Ready Drone, give it flying, when we give it +5/+5, that +5/+5 is going to have flying, instead of just putting it on this guy. So even though this isn't the most power efficient play, I'm fine doing it for that reason. Like I said, these are just like, a lot of these rules are just like general things you follow. And that was a really good turn for him, so he was able to remove it. Fine with that. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead, fire off that, and we're gonna start slamming in for 9 damage. That was nice and satisfying. Let's see what he's got. He's gonna need removal for Opum, the Gem Blazer. This card's so cool. I can't believe I I opened this and was able to play it. What did your units have +1? So we're gonna take 11. We're winning this damage race, and I have removal for his units. Wow, this is really not gonna go well for our opponent here. I don't even need to play Guardian Angel yet. So we're gonna win this, right? So what's the safest route to victory? We attack with both, we remove one of his units, and we leave up entrapment for if he attacks. We basically just need to survive to next turn. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll kill the 6/2 that can grow. Pass the turn. And now we still have entrapment in hand in case he attacks or plays something with charge. Okay. So now we'll play Guardian Angel, give our 9/9 invulnerable to damage. We'll attack. Remember, in cases where you're way far ahead of your opponent, you don't want to take too many risks, right? Most likely I'm going to win this game.
A job, huh?
He could attack here. I'm definitely not blocking, but, you know. But going into that thought process a little bit more, right? I could have attacked with both of my units, right? But that's leaving myself open to him, you know, starting his turn, removing Guardian Angel, giving one of his guys a buff, and then attacks and kills me out of nowhere. Whereas, you know, if I leave up 2 things, he needs like 2 removal spells, and in that case he probably can't play an additional unit, meaning even if he kills Guardian Angel there, I still have Opum, and then if he decides to attack with his last unit, I can just block and then win my next turn. So you basically, it's kind of a sliding scale. The more you're winning, the less chance you want to take because you're so far ahead. The more you're behind, it's already not likely you're going to win. You want to take as much risk as possible and just hope to get lucky to win. So it might seem counterintuitive, but that'll give you the highest win rate overall. Okay. So only Justice faction, but we have some Justice cards here. Okay, I'm gonna say this is a keep. This is a riskier one. But I have 2 decent units here. I think this is fine to keep. We're on the draw, so hopefully we can draw a Fire Sigil. Jeez, that's really good for him to get in his opener. Okay. That's the second time somebody's played that card on turn 1, which is like, it's really not a good card to put in your deck, but obviously if you do, that's its best case, so. Okay, a little worried here that, of course, we have more Fire Sigils in our deck than Justice. And the sigil we drew was obviously that.
That's your plan?
Okay, we'll play our stealth. Okay, We'll see if he attacks here. We'll block if we do. Since we don't have too much going on because of how our draws are lining up, we just want to survive as long as we can here. So we'll block. We'll take 4. So that was good for him. We traded units, but his unit also did 4 damage to me, so definitely a win for him. Oh, jeez. This is... It always feels bad to lose to bad cards. It's like... Ugh. Okay, and still no fire, so... It's always like, man, do you even know how bad that card that is? Oh my god. What the... You're just getting absolutely brutalized right now. If we can get Fire Sigil here, we'll be in decent shape. Otherwise... We have 10 of them in our deck. It's almost a 1/3 chance. Okay. So that's good. We'll play Mod Ready Drone. We're just going to make it a 3/3 so we can successfully block his unit. Right now we're just trying to survive as long as we can. He only has 2 more cards left in hand. Wow. Okay, so his next thing's going to have a heck of a lot of attack, that's for sure. Okay, so this is good. We'll play air support here.
1 shot, 1 kill.
What? Oh, wow. Okay, that was a really good pull. So, and then we get to change something in our hand, but we want to keep everything. So this plays a... Wow, that was really good. This plays a random soldier, and we got Maveloff Huntress, which has Killer, which is essentially a removal. So I might just straight away take out. We know it was a 3-cost thing since that's how much he paid for it, so I'm kind of into just killing it straight away. Okay, so it was a rare though, so we're fine with that. We're going to attack now. We want to start turning the corner as soon as possible since he has that Sentinel Mold. Sentinel Mold's that relic that's buffing the top unit of his deck, so... Okay, that kills our flyer. Okay, so... This is ridiculous. So... We'll play him attack. That uses the most of our, oh, I just realized his Blitzstone will give it... He didn't attack? Gave it charge there. Okay, that's very, very strange. So we'll play Ophim here. We're gonna put this buff. This might seem counterintuitive. I'm gonna put it on the weaker unit, just so if he does find something to kill it, we still have our 3/4 that can give something endurance. Now, even if I attack with this, he can trade, and then he has attacks back on us. So, am I fine trading 8 damage to him for 9? No, I think we win the long game with the cards we have in hand. So I'm gonna play this safe, especially because this guy gives my stuff endurance. Oh my god. Okay, that's fine. It's still 7/7. This is turning into a tough game. So, if I attack with 2 units here, they'll both get endurance, but I'll only be able to save one of them with Iona's Fury. So that's no good. If I just attack with this, I can't play both, but I can leave up that. I can leave up him and entrapment. Really? Okay. We'll take that. And then we'll play him. Remember the intrigue, we had 5 power there. That was really good for us that he did that. He should have taken that for sure. Okay, and I think this is game here?
What?
That's nuts. Oh my god. I can't believe he blocked there. I'm not even like sure that was 100% the right play, just because if he took it and swung back, I most likely wouldn't have blocked. And then we're only down to a little bit of health at that point, so I think we got a little lucky there and our opponent misplayed, but we take those, so. Oh boy. So we aren't going to take this. Now the difference here is, if you see, we have nothing we can actually play with the 2 Justice Sigils, so we'll take our free redraw. What is going on right now? So remember, going down 1 card is hugely devastating to your win rate, so I'm going to keep this. We have 1 unit we can actually play with this, and we are on the draw, so we have an additional draw to hopefully get a Fire Sigil. If we draw a Fire Sigil right now, we're in business.
Break the barricade.
Now we have, I'm more saying this for my sake.
Formation.
We have 10 Fire Sigils in this deck. Why do we keep only drawing our Justice faction ones? So we'll see if he attacks here. I imagine he'll attack, play a stealth. Yeah, so we'll block the 3-1 here. We don't really have... Man, that 2-3 is rough for sure. But yeah, we'll block it. Once again, we really need to hit a Fire Sigil. And that's that. You know, we had, what, 3 draws to get 1. Sometimes it just doesn't always hit. So that's pretty much the end of this game, unless I get some like fantastic draws and he gets nothing. But yeah, this is pretty much it. I'm glad most of our games we've lost here have been just to like bad luck. These are never fun, but they happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turns later. When you amplify a card, your soldiers get +1/+1 this turn for each you amplify. That's really good. So we need to trade. We'll give it flying. Actually, I might not block just because I can laser blast to kill one of his units first. We won't block, like I said. Hopefully we can pull another Fire Sigil here. Okay. That's fine. So what we'll do... laser blast that. Targeting is 2/2.
Find your
Play
own
him.
tomb if it's a
4/4.
fight you want.
That was really good for him.
On my mark.
So you see our opponent's playing very well. All of their attacks here and their moves they've done have been, like, we have no good blocks here. If we block here, we trade off our unit. If we block here, we're just chumping. So there's not really, pretty much lose here no matter what. Let's see, so he just has to attack me with 2 things. So I need removal here, which I don't have. So
That's
I
your
guess we
plan.
just play our 3 costs, leave up a combat trick, and just hope he doesn't attack with just 2 things, which obviously he will. So GG's. That was well played. Really quick into the game. Usually it's been taking like 2-3 minutes. So finally, this is what, the 3rd game now or it's been 3 games since we've had 2 factions in our opening hand. Oh, I like that. Okay, I guess we'll start off not playing this just in case we just start drawing sigil after sigil and we get to use its amplify effect. I imagine that's not going to happen, but you never know. Doesn't cost us anything to do that. Okay.
On my mark.
Once again, we want to save this for when we have a sentinel out. Yes, okay. Another, this is a do-nothing relic, so I'm totally happy to see that. Okay. So I played this guy just because he has the when you attack with exactly 2 units theme. So now this is really good for us. We can play him,
If it's a fight you want.
attack with both, 2 damage, and both my guys have endurance. I'm just gonna play this. It'd be nice to be able to use its amplify, but we just need to keep getting more power so we can play more stuff. Can't be that greedy. Okay, that's a really good card for him. So if I attack with anything, we'll lose it. So I could play this guy, but I'm not yet, just because I want to use entrapment to kill his 4/4, which is not the most power efficient play here, but I think it's the best move. Okay, he probably has some sort of spell here, but I'm fine drawing out a combat trick of some sort. Okay, we'll use entrapment, kill that. Wow, really? He just gave that to... He just did that to give it endurance, which definitely was not the right play there, but I'll take it. So we'll play this guy. Pay 2 to amplify. We'll give it to him. Attack with just 2 things, just to get that extra effect. And if we attacked with Mercenary Vanguard, he could just block it and kill it. So this game is... He needs to play something crazy here. Draw a weapon. Okay. It's a legendary, but it can't get its onslaught ability since he already attacked, so it's kind of unfortunate for our opponent. Okay, at this point, we'll attack with everything. Okay, use our combat trick. Kill his guy, save ours. Oh wait, I guess I just won there if I played it on one of my other units, but... GG. Okay, so we're on the draw here. We only have fire stuff, so we have 3 things we can play, so it's a keep, but I'm worried, especially how our 1 loss went, so. Okay, this is annoying, but once again, this isn't a card you want to put in your deck. It's just not going to do enough. I just don't care about taking 1 damage. Obviously, you got it on turn 1, which is best case scenario, but it's just not what you want to be doing. So I'm not going to use Detonation Cannon on it because we want to take out something stronger. Probably whatever he plays here. This is tough because this could be something.
On my mark.
We'll see if it reveals itself at the start of his turn. So it's something that can survive a 2/3 blocker. Maybe a shock elemental. What shadow things could he have? Leatherhide? Nothing that can survive this. We'll see. We'll see how punished I get. I think this should be a trade. Yep. Okay. Okay. No. Kind of wasting his effect, but 4 cost 4/4, we're happy with that. Now we see, since there's a pause here, he has some type of fast spell, which, I mean, it could be a million different things, but just something to keep in our heads. If he makes kind of a funky attack, that might tell us he has a combat trick or something. Curse unit is stunned at night. Fine with that. So that's the most cost efficient. And he won't be stunned forever. So once again, we're gonna keep doing as I say, and we're gonna make the most power efficient play by playing him instead of our Temple Raider. He could just have removal here, but... Okay. So now we have some decisions. We can play this and amplify, but we don't have any, like, amazing attacks. So what I want to do is reveal this before I attack. That way I don't just lose something to a deadly stealth unit. So, play Detonation Cannon. We won't amplify it. Nice. So, yep, so we'll just get a 1/1. Although, I guess that's not nice, because... So, well, do it again. Except I can't attack. Oh, stupid. Okay, that was really bad. So you can only attack with a relic weapon once per turn. So he can now just attack with his deadly guy since I don't want to block and lose one of my units, and then we lose that card. So that was a really bad move.
Better get ready.
What do we got here? Okay. What? I think he, accidentally did something here. Oh, he wants to use the snipe to deal 1 damage to me? He could have just attacked with the... Okay. That's, it's questionable play, for sure. Wow, I hate to say it, you might just need to lose the... I think we can lose something less good. So what we'll do, we'll play Staunch Protector, pass the turn, and next turn we'll play Temple Raider and attack with both of those guys. If we can draw Iona's Fury, the combat trick we have in our deck, that would be fantastic. That was a big misplay because we could have been swinging with these big Sentinels this whole time, but this turn he would have just played that relic weapon, killed it, and then it's all good.
Find your own tomb if it's a fight you want.
Okay, attack with both. Hopefully he just decides to block there and take 3. I was gonna say, that seems like a questionable move there. Okay. So this is one of the cases we're gonna give up on the saddle up. What we'll do is we'll play Ruin of Law. Hate to say it, we're gonna skip it. We'll play our Valkyrie here, and we're gonna put the buff on the... So we have him in hand. We'll put the buff on the Sentinel, especially because we don't mind losing Sentinels here. I think we just go all in now. Our hand's so powerful. Do we care about losing a 9/9? Okay. So it's risky here. If he starts playing some big units, we could be in trouble, but... Okay, just a removal spell. He didn't have a hidden unit, so he didn't draw a card. That's where this card's really good, because it was essentially free in that case. So now we'll save this. So we want to get this guy, give something lifesteal, and then put the giant axe on it. So I'm just gonna attack with everything here. Assume he's got some sort of combat trick. Really? Okay, this is precision. We're gonna save this for the amplify effect. Basically a 6-cost saddle up.
Pathways everywhere.
Oh, that's brutal for our opponent. So never mind. I'm just going straight for that. And let's see, we'll deal 5 damage to his 3/5. That way, if he does choose to block, he actually loses the unit. Fine with that. And now that's... I don't want to say game, but we are very far ahead right now. I'm fine with anything he kills here. Whereas this would give 2 of my units plus... Yeah, that's game. Good game. Geez, our opening hands have been very rough for winning as much as we are. So, man, if this was a Fire Sigil, we're set. We're keeping. This is, let's see. We're just gonna need to risk it. We're on the draw. I don't want to go down a card. So, hope our opponent doesn't open super good. Basically, we need to hit a Fire Sigil.
Lord Styar is busy.
We have 10 of them in our deck, so odds are in our favor. There. Oof. Let's see, what could that... I can't even think of anything off the top of my head that would be that amazing, so... We'll just play
On my mark.
another 2-3, that way we can block it if he tries to attack with it. So it's not the 1-4. It could just be the base 3-3. Trying to think of what the other Justice ones are. I can't remember off the top of my head. Okay, we'll play our little guy. Give it flying and pass. Only one I can think of is a 3-3. What are any of the Justice ones? There's a 3-2 with Valor. But he probably would have attacked with that one, because if we blocked with one thing, we would have lost it. So... Okay, so... we'll play him. Let's see what this guy is. If it's a 3-2, if he blocks, he'll lose it. If it's a 3-3, then we lose our unit. So, not the greatest exchange, especially because that was one of the cards I guessed, but now we know what it is. Five-cost thing. That's worrisome. Okay, so we have Iona's Fury, so I'm comfortable just attacking with both. Okay, use our combat trick. Nice. So that was a good move for us, and we'll grow out our board. Damn, that card's not bad. It's either a 3-2-2, which is weak, or a 5-cost 4-4. Okay, please draw a sigil. Oh, I'll take that too. I don't think he'll attack into this board because we can trade off with it. So I'm going to play a flyer. That way we can start attacking with 2 units at a time to trigger all of these effects. Hopefully he doesn't have any removal spells. Okay, 3-cost stealth. Another. Not too worried. Okay, that's... wow, this is really, really good for us. Okay, give our flyer a big, fat buff. +5/+5. Pass a turn. I am feeling great right now. So, these stealth units could be some crazy rare legendaries, but they were only 3 costs, so they shouldn't be that insane. Okay, he plays Ruinous Births. That's pretty good. Man, that was good, but it's not going to be good enough. He needs another removal spell for our flyer. So life's a resource. I have no reason to block here, especially because he has Overwhelm this turn. Now this, on the other hand, I'm fine trading off, actually. Yeah, we'll just block there. I could block with something bigger, but then that does leave it open to die, so... Wow, we're barely making it out of some of these draws. Lucky roll, let's go. Okay, I'll take it. Okay. The game's not giving us easy ones. So here we have nothing we can even play if we draw any sigil. Like, for example, if we draw a fire sigil, we can't even play anything. So we specifically need a Justice one. Just too not unlikely, but the more factors about specific things you need to draw when, the more unlikely it's going to happen. So this hand perfectly good. Got 2 of each influence. We'll try to hold off Sanity Scorcher. We want to play it as a 5-cost unit, like 90% of the time, unless we absolutely need some unit on the board.
Anyone else?
That's a really good draw for our opponent. Jeez. Okay. Now might be that time. That's going to be the only thing that can block her. The question is, does he attack if I play it? But if that attacks and he's just getting a free 1/1, so unfortunately we need to play our stealth guy, hope that our opponent attacks into it. So that's unfortunate. Playing that as a 2/2 is, once again, I said 90%, but this is the best case scenario. So I imagine they have a combat trick of some sort, but
Another
oh
stay
wow.
down.
Okay. So that was best case scenario, and once again, that's why we played it as a 3-cost unit instead of waiting. We basically traded rare for rare. Okay, but that is our opponent. Our opponent has a good deck. Every card that they're playing so far is a serious unit. So another 3/3. Luckily, we have a 3/4.
Faster.
Could attack with both here, but it's probably not the smartest move. So that can switch something in his hand with something in the market, and we don't want that. So what we'll do is we'll do that. We have nothing else we can play with the leftover 3, so we'll just amplify it. Kill his 2/2. And we aren't going to attack with both just because he would just block there. Lose a unit just to get in 3 damage doesn't make any sense. So now our opponent's struggling on sigils, which is obviously really not a good thing for our opponent, but it's going to be very helpful for us towards winning this game. Come on, I was just hyping you up about you have a good deck, and then you play this. This is just, you're gaining 1 a turn, and this is a card that could have been another unit to block my guys, so just not what you want to do. So I'm going to play Azrog. This is pretty much going to seal the deal here. When I attack with 2 units, Azrog deals 4, free removal, 5 damage, and once again, he could have played an actual unit that could block one of my guys, or anything else, a combat trick or something to help save his first unit. Yeah, that's game. Okay. This to an enemy? Yeah, so let's we'll seal the deal here. That was kind of brutal for our opponent there. Okay, this is the last game, and oh boy. Here's one of those ones where you look back on it, it's like, damn it, I should have never. But any additional sigil is just basically a dead card there, and see we get punished here. We're gonna keep it. Basically, I just had too many sigils in that hand, and you know, any other sigil, since you have enough, just turns into like a wasted card. Like, it might as well be blank because it doesn't do anything. So we'll see. If we draw just a sigil, if we draw 2 Justice Sigils in a row here, I'm happy. So we'll hope it's like Shockwave unit. Oh. That was like the worst possible thing.
Ready to serve.
So we lost our guy, we took 1 damage, and it gave him another 2/2. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be game here. That's crummy. We went on that ridiculous losing streak just to have this happen, but wow, 4 costs. So once again, we're really down, right? So we need to take the riskier plays. So I'm gonna hope if we just draw, you know, 3 Justice Sigils in a row here, we're gonna be good. I'm not gonna block because I want to be able to play another unit to double block his guy or something. Okay. Yeah, we'll use Laser Blast to kill that 2/3. It'll play a 2/2, but luckily our 2/3 can block it.
Ready to serve.
Definitely not good. Like I said, we basically needed to hit Sigil, Sigil, Sigil. Not a 2/3. There's like no combination here that wins us this now. Man, that's brutal. So, we'll never know, you know, maybe I should have kept that, the first hand, and maybe I wasn't going to draw a sigil for the next 2-3 turns, but it's just impossible to know. You make the decision based on the information you had, but okay. We lost this one. Both of the 2 games we lost to this have been to sigils. So, what are you gonna do? Oh, yay. Yeah, no, we can't even. I can't even construct unless he just starts not attacking. Game then. And that makes it night, so he still not a sigil? Oh my god. Brutal. Let's see, maybe he just only attacks with Patroller. Too much to ask for? Okay. Well. This is... I'm always impressed by the people who win. Like, you'll see at the end of the league, they'll be like 34-6. Or like, you know, 36-4. Some like ridiculous thing, and it's like... How do you even not just have bad luck happen to you and pick up more losses? You just played 10 games, and 2 of the 10, we had some rough sigil draws, some opening hands, and we didn't even really get to play. So it's kind of just like, for all the luck and the skill and everything to come together to get those good results, it's definitely eye-opening for sure, but I'm not gonna complain. 16-4 is still 80% win rate. We basically kept the same win rate as last week, and if this continues, right, winning 8 games a week, 2 losses, that'll give us 32-8, which would be amazing. That would be my best result. My best result's been 30-10, and 32-8. Even though it sounds like only a 2-game difference, at those high win rates, that's like, you know, ridiculously better. So that's what we'll aim for, and I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to support, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you back for week 3, baby.